Díomh Corda Galera agus Fáilte Rómh go Clún Mala. You're all very welcome along to this Lidl National Football League Division 1B Round 2 fixture between Tipperary and Waterford. Played out here in the beautiful sunshine of the Clonmel Sports Field here on the Western Road in Clonmel, and the pitch looks resplendent, and why wouldn't it after the good showers of rain we'd had over the last couple of weeks, and now beautiful sunshine, and Clonmel is bathed in sunshine here for this local derby is probably the best way of describing it, because near neighbours Tipperary and Waterford face off in what for both teams is really a pivotal game, because both teams lost their opening fixtures. Tipperary lost to Cork down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, while Waterford succumbed to Dublin, and the two big hitters, it has to be said, in this group, that the Division 1B, Cork and Dublin, played out a really exciting game last night. Dublin coming out with a 1-point victory over Cork. What that means is that Tip will obviously have to face Dublin and Waterford will have to face Cork. So on the balance of probabilities, those are two challenging games for Tip and for Waterford. So both teams will be targeting today's game to get a win under their belts and try and avoid the relegation trapdoor that will inevitably accrue for whoever possibly loses this match. So it really is, whilst it's only the second round of the National Football League, it is a winner-takes-all kind of a clash, and both teams will be very eager to try and get a win under their belt. There's been some significant changes to the lineups from those that were announced during the week by managers Declan Carr and also by his counterpart Kieran Kern from Waterford. But the Tipperary team sees a change in goal. Rosie Landers comes in to take the place of yeah, that's actually the Waterford team, I should say, with Tipperary livery on it, but that is the Waterford team. Rosie Landers at 16 from Ballyduff-Uffer. She is in goal with Megan Dunford of Abbeyside, Laura Mulcahy of Ballymacarbery and Rebecca Casey of Stradbally, the inside backline. Aisling Mullaney of Stradbally and Karen McGrath of Ballymac. Mairead Wall, who captains the side from Ballymac as well. That's the half backline. The midfield pairing of Caoimhe McGrath of Abbeyside and Chloe Fennell of Stradbally. There's also a change at the top of the right, or half forward line, where Katie McGrath of Kilrossentee Brickies comes in for Roisin Tobin. Aileen Wall of Ballymac is at 11, and that's actually the Tipperary team. My apologies, that's the Tipperary team half back line. I'll continue the Waterford half backline of Katie McGrath, Kilrossentee Brickies, Aileen Wall of Ballymac, and Emma Murray of Cummeragh Rangers at 24 replaces Kellyanne Hogan. Inside forward line for Waterford is Emer Fennell of Abbeyside, Maria Delhunty of Abbeyside, and then Katie Murray of Cummeragh Rangers, as you can see it there. The Tipperary team shows changes as well, but the changes are in the forward line. Let me just go through the Tipperary team for you. Lauren Fitzpatrick of Ballymac is in goal. The half back line is as it was, or the inside back line I should say, of Lucy Spillane of Feathert, Maria Curley of Templemore and Emma Cronin of Mile Rovers. A half back line of Roisin Daly of Moyne Templetuohy, Caitlin Kennedy of Aherlow and Elaine Kelly of Kappa White. A midfield pairing of Anna Rose Kennedy of Aherlow and Elaine Fitzpatrick of Templemore. A half forward line sees Ava Fennessy come in for Edith Carroll. So Ava, with 27 on her back from Clonmel Commercials, replaces Edith Carroll. Emma Morrissey is at 11 from Aherlow, with Aisling Maloney from Cahir at 12, who captains the side. Clean O'Dwyer of Brian Barrows is in the inside corner, with Roisin Howard of Cahir replacing Maria Creedon at full forward. So Roisin comes in from Maria at the full forward, 18 on her back for Roisin. And Laura Dillon is also a late replacement for Anya Delaney, who doesn't start. So Laura Dillon from Ardfinnan replaces Anya Delaney. So that's the Tipperary and the Waterford teams ahead of this pivotal game in the Lidl National Football League Division 1B Round 2. In Barry Redmond, incidentally, from Wexford, will referee the game today, as I think both captains are out, with Barry over in the midfield, Mairead Wall and Aisling Maloney, the respective captains of the two teams. And at the moment it looks like Tip will be playing into the town goal here in Clonmel, while Waterford might well be playing into what would be known as the Cantwell Street goal here in Clonmel. So beautiful afternoon as the team's going through their final preparations in what is such a really important game for both teams here in Clonmel. Lots to play for, lots to look forward to in the course of this afternoon's action in a really beautiful sun-drenched Clonmel here. The pitch looking good, sod taking a stud really well, good bounce on it as well. So I'd imagine that both sets of teams will really enjoy playing here today. Some late changes, as you can see. Katie McGrath coming in for Roisin Tobin, which is a blow for Roisin. Of course, Roisin back from having played, she's the vice captain on the Waterford team this year. She's not able to play today. Katie McGrath comes in her place. Maria Delahunty, of course, great to see her back in a Waterford jersey, one of the best dead ball strikers in the country. She scored 7 points against Dublin, 4 of those came from frees. So she really is lethal from a dead ball situation, and I'm sure that Declan Carr has been talking to his girls throughout the course of the week in relation to just how lethal Maria Delahunty is from dead balls. Aileen Wall, of course, from Ballymac. So many of these Ballymac girls really had such a little distance to travel. It might be a home game on paper for Tipperary, but I'd say arguably more of the Ballymac contingent are closer to this particular ground that we're sitting in right now. It's just only a stone's throw from where I'm sitting into County Waterford. Ballymac ladies, such an inspirational club out there in Ballymac who have won so many successive county titles in the Waterford Senior Championship, and they're backboned by the two Wall ladies, Mairead and her sister Aileen. Mairead has been around for a long time. She's been a player on the Waterford team since 2005. She captained, of course, the side 3 years ago, and she's back captain again today. And of course, you've got also from Ballymac on the Tipperary team, Lauren Fitzpatrick, who's in goal. So interesting that the a couple of clubmates on opposing sides in today's clash between Tipperary and Waterford. Megan Foran there, the Waterford goalkeeper, who has not been able to start today. She spent quite some time going through a warm-up routine with Rosie Landers from Ballyduff, who has come in to replace her in the Waterford team. Waterford team just heading over towards their respective dressing rooms over on the Western Road side of the ground here in Clonmel Sportsfield. And we're close now to throw in. The breeze, incidentally, what there is of it, and it's not appreciable, it must be said, is blowing from the town end up towards the Cantwell Street goal over to my left and the left as you look at it. So that breeze, you can see on the flags there, the breeze is fluttering, making the flags flutter, but it doesn't feel like a particularly strong breeze, but I'm sure it will have some bearing on the length of kicks that the girls will be able to get from it, and we'll see how that plays out over the course of the next hour or so here. So Waterford just getting the last few bits of instruction from Kieran Curran, the Dungarvan based, and you can see Mairead Wall there in the middle giving instruction to her players, letting them know exactly what she expects of them, each and every one of them, and I'm sure those girls don't need to be reminded just how important a game this is for them this afternoon. And likewise on the far side, Declan Carr there having a word with his girls. Ashley Maloney, such a strong character in that dressing room. She's still a young lady, but she's been around for a number of years, has been on the radar of the Tip football since she was a young teenager, and she's now playing a captain's role with the departure of the likes of Sam Lambert and Lonergan. First name won't come to me. Niamh Lonergan, of course, Mile Rovers, played for so many years with Tip. You've got Orla O'Dwyer, of course. I think she's back in the country just about now after her exploits with the Brisbane Lions. Ashling McCarthy as well, another person who'd be one of the first on the team sheet were she available. She's also just returning from Australia, and we'll hopefully see those girls back in a Tipperary jersey for come championship. Emer Fennell from Abbeyside starts top of the right for Waterford today. She spent last year with the Waterford Camogie team, and a welcome return to her in the Waterford ladies football jersey this afternoon. So just a final few bits of preparation. Maria Curley having a word there with Caitlin Kennedy. Bit of a fist pump and a elbow pump as the girls get to know each other. Already Karen McGrath from Ballymac looks like she's gone in midfield. Ashley Maloney also midfield there for Tip as we get ready for the throw in. Chloe Fennell alongside Anna Rose Kennedy. Arhello gets on an awful lot of ball. Anna Rose loves running into space, loves attacking the forward line. As Barry Redmond from Wexford just taking the final few moments to make sure everything's in place. And we hope you're enjoying this streaming service. The Lidls and the Lidl National Football League Division 1B clash, and the ball is up and off we go. Ashley Maloney first to it, straight away down to Caitlin Kennedy, and then you see Ashley going on a run and she goes forward. Ashley Maloney looks like she might get one off her right, but then stalls and comes back over on the right hand side, and that's a lovely shot that's come in straight away there from Ava Fennessy. Comes off the post. Tipperary stay on the attack. Unlucky from Ava Fennessy, but she pins back to Aisling Maloney, and Aisling Maloney with the right foot, and that's the opening score in this Division 1B clash between Tipperary and Waterford. Wonderfully worked. The ball came back off the crossbar. Tip reacted first to it, and eventually the ball gets worked to Aisling Maloney, and with a right foot there's only really going to be one answer to that. Short kick out for Waterford. Out to Emma Murray. Emma Murray finds Rebecca Casey. Aisling Mullally up towards Chloe Fennell. Kick pass forward into the forward line here. Looking for Aileen Wall. Back to Mairead Wall, her sister. And this is well worked by Waterford as they working it through the lines really, really well until eventually it comes and the shot comes in there from Emer Fennell. They like it. White flag goes up and the sides are level after just a minute and 20 seconds of the first half. A lot of bunching around the 45 metre line here, but they go short. Emma Cronin working it forward here to Anna Rose Kennedy. Anna Rose breaks the first tackle of Mairead Wall, but loses possession. And Tipperary eventually hold on to it through Roisin Howard and back to Anna Rose Kennedy. Round about midfield. Good running there from Aisling Maloney. Hard to dispossess her once she gets it on the ball. Breaks the first tackle. Hand passes the ball back inside. Good play here from Tip. It's with Roisin Daly up from the half back line. Aisling Maloney getting on a lot of ball. Working it forward here. Ball goes to ground as the referee sees somebody's hand being held, and she's going to go in the book, I think, or she'll certainly be noted, and it's going to be a free in for Tipperary just on the D. Aisling will kick it from her hands. Certainly within a range. Now the breeze is behind her as well. Has the distance certainly. And the accuracy. And Tip go into a 2-1 lead. Beautifully worked as Waterford quickly get the ball underway, but that's a big mistake from the Waterford goalkeeper. Chance here now as it comes forward, and there's another shot going in, and that's over the bar as well from Emma Morrissey. The short kick out from the Waterford keeper Rosie Landers was kicked straight to Emma Morrissey, and Morrissey with a right foot over the bar. 3-1, and that's a learning curve, a steep learning curve for the Waterford goalkeeper, who's in as a late replacement this afternoon. And Tip go on the attack again. Really good play here by Clean O'Dwyer. Ball played inside, and the referee has seen a foul, and he's going to call to play back again, a pull, and so it's another handy enough free from a Tipperary point of view, because Waterford are having to concede frees because the Tip forwards are really attacking at pace, and Waterford struggling to get that kick out strategy effective enough for them, and also to try and clear their lines. Here's Aisling Maloney. Closer in than it was the last time. Pretty much straight in front of goal again though. And Aisling kicks with the right foot. Over the bar. Easy enough. 4 minutes gone and Tip lead by 4-1. Waterford really yet to get going. But we've seen with their attack that led to their opening score just how quick and pacey their inside back forward line can be if given time and space. Emma Murray. A late replacement. She comes forward with the ball. Ball played in as Waterford come on the attack through Karen McGrath. Hand passed out. Waterford cross halfway and the ball comes forward. It looks like it's just on the sideline, but kept in play really well over on the far side by Aileen Wall. But bit of holding there, and the referee's given a free to the Waterford girls. Taken here, but dangerous enough ball, but held on to well by Katie Murray. Katie Murray over on the far side of the field. They work the ball forward. That's really well intercepted there. Brilliantly done so by Elaine Kelly. And Tip have a chance at pace to come forward. Forward they do, and that's well won, but the referee doesn't like the way that was won inside, and it's going to be a free for Waterford, taken quickly by Laura Mulcahy. A lot of space here for Aileen Wall, and she goes forward at pace. Aileen Wall goes past her opposing player, and a good inside pass, hand pass inside, and there's a chance here for Delahunty. There's a shot, a goal for Waterford. Really well taken as the ball came in from Aileen Wall brilliantly into Maria Delahunty. Only had one thing on her mind: top right hand corner, past Lauren Fitzpatrick, and that's a really well taken goal. And we're all tied up here after 5 minutes. And Waterford now getting to grips with the Tipperary kick-out strategy and attacking now at pace. Katie McGrath over on this side of the field. Chance here for Aileen Wall. Good ball played inside. There's a danger here for Tip. Chloe Fennell. Katie Murray. And there's another free there for contact between Caitlin Kennedy and Katie Murray. And that's going to be a fairly easy free for Maria Delahunty from Abbeyside, who's really announced herself back in the Waterford jersey with that wonderfully taken goal. As good as you'll see. Prefers, I think, to strike from the ground. Maria Delahunty scored 4 frees against Dublin last week. Excellent technique, but to the right and wide. She'll be disappointed with that, because really it was straight in front of goal, and what breeze there was not sufficient to really a player of her quality. Very disappointed with that. And off we go again over on this side of the field. Lucy Spillane plays the ball forward to Maria Curley. Maria Curley looking to see who's around for the Templemore girl, and passes the ball forward, and here's Elaine Fitzpatrick. Really good play as the ball comes back inside over on the far side of the field, looking for Aisling Maloney. The referee has seen some contact on this side. He's going to call the play back. Again, Morrissey has it. Tip have a chance now to build something from this free. Coming forward, Elaine Kelly. Breaking forward, ships a bit of a tackle there, but gets it back to Ava Fennessy. And that's blocked well from Elaine Fitzpatrick, but Tip have retained the ball. Coming forward here is Caitlin Kennedy, but she's taking too much out of that. And that's going to be a free out for the Waterford girls. 8 minutes gone here, all square. Waterford have it now. Here's Aileen Wall. Looking inside to see who's free, and inside there, Emer Fennell. Emer Fennell taking on Emma Cronin. Emer Fennell shapes up, takes the shot. That looks good from here, and the referee likes it and the umpire likes it, and Waterford take the lead for the first time in the game. Really well worked. Emer Fennell gets the ball onto her left side, takes on her opposing player Emma Cronin, and slots a beautiful point for Waterford. Lauren Fitzpatrick looking to see who's available, and she decides to go along with it. It doesn't work out for her because Waterford have enough numbers there. There's Mairead Wall playing a good ball inside. Again to to Emer Fennell. Emer Fennell again plays the ball, a good crossfield ball, but that's straight into the hands of Kennedy. There's a chance here for Tip to clear. And clear they do. Here's Anna Rose Kennedy. Elaine Fitzpatrick. Tip work the ball and win a free. play the ball in. Look and see who's inside. Ava Fennessy's in there. She's getting a lot of ball already. Ava Fennessy from commercials. Ball played inside. There's a chance here. It's come through. Good shot coming in there. They like that. Straight over the bar. Scores level again. Over on the right hand side. And really well worked play from Tip as they kept that ball alive. Oh, intercepted really well there. It's a poor kick out from Waterford. Tip have a chance here through Anna Rose Kennedy. But that one has gone to the right and wide. Probably an easier chance than she thought. She had a little bit more time than she thought. And disappointment there. Score still level. 10 minutes gone. 5 points to 1-2. Pivotal game for both sides. More runners for the Waterford keeper to go with this on this occasion. Over on the far side to Karen McGrath. Braid Wall coming forward. Out to Chloe Fennell. Chloe Fennell plays the ball forward. Looking again for Aileen Wall. Aileen Wall has it. And she's got a lot of pace, this girl. She plays the ball forward. There's a right old tussle going on between Emer Fennell and Emma Cronin. Emer Fennell plays the ball inside well, looking for Maria Delahunty. Maria Curley tries to stand her up, but Waterford keep it alive. Here's Delahunty again, but that's gone to the right and wide. And she'll be disappointed with that. Getting on a lot of ball, Maria Delahunty. She really is so experienced, been around for a long, long time. Tip will remember, of course, from the Division 3 final replay in 2016. She scored the last gasp winner on that occasion. She scored 1-7 against Tip in 2018. And she's already on the score sheet here. Tip win a free as they try to clear their lines. Over on the far side. Referee is not happy. He'll want it taken again. Lucy Spillane. Out to Laura Dillon. There's Lucy again. And the ball played forward now. Tip trying to make something happen. Good ball played in towards Aisling Maloney. Aisling has it, really good hand pass off, and there's a chance here for Tip as the ball comes in, and that's really well worked. Aisling Maloney did a lot of work on that, had a lot of work to do before she laid that ball off, and an excellent score for Tip. Waterford come now with Karen McGrath, the Ballymac girl. Finds Chloe Fennell back to Karen McGrath. Hand pass forward. Bit of pace now as the ball well kept alive by Waterford. Referee playing an advantage. Emma Murray. And she's won a free. The referee plays it. Decides the free's given there. Taking a little note, I think. Perhaps. All nods of agreement. Maria Delahunty comes out again. And again, well within her range, even though the breeze is against her. She'll be disappointed with her first effort. But she's a good 40 metres. Oh, decides to go short. Plays the ball in towards Aileen Wall. Oh, turns her opposing player really well. Here's Delahunty, comes forward from the free, hand pass across, and that's a goal for Waterford. Another goal for Waterford, really well worked. Maria Delahunty did so much work there to get the ball across. Maria Delahunty took the free and then kept running, and the ball comes across, and really well taken. Excellent work from Waterford. 2-2 to 6 points. They have a 2-point lead as Tip now have work to do, but Waterford have won the kick out, and suddenly it's all Waterford. Over on the far side, Maria Delahunty seems to be everywhere. Comes back, right-footed shot, but it's into the grateful hands of Lauren Fitzpatrick and falls short. Maria Curley has it. She plays it forward. And Tip go on the attack again now through Emma Morrissey. over on the far side there. With that, Ava Fennessy. Ava Fennessy looks like she's won a free, but the referee's playing advantage. Free's now given, and so Tip will have a free just on the 45-metre line. And he's having a word. It's probably the same conversation he had with the Tip ladies a few minutes ago. With a bit of running repairs needed to Laura Mulcahy. Looks like a bit of a hand injury, is it? And she's going to have some physio on that. No, it's her nose, actually. Anna Rose Kennedy has the ball in hand. And inside you can see Aisling Maloney on the edge of the square. So dangerous. And I imagine that's where this is headed. But Aisling, Anna Rose Kennedy with the ball on the 45-metre line. Free for Tip. Takes it short and takes it back. The referee doesn't like it. And he's reversed it. Ball didn't go far enough. So it's going to be a free for Waterford on the 45-metre line. They've taken that quickly. Over on the far side of Mairead Wall. Waterford coming forward now at pace. With Karen McGrath, kick pass forward, really well played inside to Katie Murray. Katie Murray running at pace, has an inside player inside her. As that's well broken up by Tip, but the referee has decided there's a bit of pushing and holding, and that's going to be a free for Waterford just inside the D. Maria Delahunty's come out of course to take it, and she puts it down, and this is well within her range. A 2-point lead for Waterford, 2 to 6 points, and those goals, without stating the obvious, really have been sucker punches for Tipperary after the opening 16 minutes of this first half. Delahunty, beautiful kicking style over the bar, and that's going to be the water break here after 16 minutes of the first half. Waterford 2-3, Tipperary 6 points. And while Tipperary have taken their scores well, they just have struggled really to get Aisling Maloney on the ball. Aisling Maloney hasn't seen as much of the ball as she would have liked inside these opening exchanges against Waterford. It's still keenly poised with a 3-point lead for Waterford after the first quarter. Tip started well, raced into a 3-point lead, but that goal, which tied things up by Maria Delahunty, certainly seemed to take some of the sting out of that. I see Paul Fitzgerald from Feathert having a word there with Lauren Fitzpatrick, talking to her. Paul Fitzgerald played for Tip in goals for so many years. He's the goalkeeping coach with the Tip ladies this year, and he certainly has a message to deliver to Lauren. Really difficult for Tip to keep some sort of constraint on Maria Delahunty, who seems to be the focal point of so much that's good about the Waterford attack. Emer Fennell also had a really good opening quarter. The Abbey side lady scored 1 point and involved in the setup for the second goal as well. And the two Wall girls, Mairead and Aileen, have certainly got on a load of ball for Waterford and have driven their team forward at every opportunity. And we're back after the water break. Aisling Maloney all the way back. Sometimes she's full forward, sometimes she's receiving the ball from the kick out and playing a captain's role as the ball comes forward over on the far side of the field with Ava Fennessy. She plays the ball inside. Lots of hands up as to what's next. But Tip have it now. Here's Caitlin Kennedy running into space like she loves doing. Caitlin Kennedy has gone 40 yards as she plays the ball off, and that's a good score coming in there from Roisin Daly, but it's gone to the right and wide, and she'll be disappointed having made that run off the shoulder of Caitlin Kennedy. Off to the right and wide. Another wide for Tip. Oh no, it seems to be reversed. So the referee, I think, had a word with the linesman, and that's gone over the bar. White flag raised, I should say, and that reduces the deficit to 2. 7 points to Tip, 2-3 to Waterford. Waterford go long. Mairead Wall wins it, and forward they come. Ball played inside. And there's Emer Fennell again. Certainly getting the better of young Cronin as the ball comes back. A real chance here, and that's in the back of the net. And Waterford have worked that one so well. All the good attacking work from Waterford is coming down this right hand side. Emer Fennell plays the ball inside to Aileen Wall, back to Emer Fennell, and to low and hard to Lauren Fitzpatrick's left hand side. And that's a third goal. And Tipperary's, these sucker punches that they're getting, all their hard work that they're doing to try and claw the scoreboard back, and Waterford come forward and seem to be finding goals pretty easy to come by in Clonmel this afternoon. Difficult for Tip, but they start to rebuild, and it's their scores are working so much harder for them at this point. Anna Rose Kennedy trying to see if she can get her forwards going as the ball comes in to Emma Morrissey. Ava Fennessy from Commercials plays the ball out to Roisin Daly. Fennessy continues her run off to the right, and that hand pass does find Ava Fennessy. Back inside to Roisin and to Aisling Maloney. Aisling Maloney needs to get on more ball if Tip are going to try and conjure something in this second quarter. And the referee has seen enough to warrant a free, and he's going to free in for Tipperary. And Aisling looks like she's going to hold on to this ball. Difficult enough angle for her, and she puts it down. But with the wind behind her, well within her range. A 5-point lead for Waterford, courtesy of those 3 goals, which have really hurt the Tip ladies hard. Aisling Maloney, umpire likes it, over the bar, another score for Tip. 3-3 for Waterford, 8 points. We've played 21 minutes of the first half. Waterford come again. Rosie Landers with the kick out for Waterford. Goes short out to Emma Murray. Emma Murray from Cumber Rangers wins her free. Referee is having a word here. Maybe persistent fouling from both sides. He's also having a word with the Waterford manager over on the far side. But he's certainly taking a note, I think, of Anna Rose's. Is it Anna Rose? It is, I think, on the far side. Again, a noting, nothing more than that. It's Elaine Fitzpatrick, actually. Elaine Fitzpatrick getting spoken to, but no card yet. Here's Mairead Ball. Again, a little bit high when that challenge came in. And it's getting a bit stop-starty at this stage. 22 minutes gone in the first half. And the referee is going to have a word with Ava Fennessy. And she goes in the book. And that's the first yellow of the day for Ava Fennessy. Ava is in for Roisin Tobin. In for Edith Carroll, I should say, my apologies. But she's the first girl to go in the book this afternoon. So play will resume with a free over on the far side of the field. Looks like Aisling Maloney getting a bit of repairs. But certainly defensively, Tip have been found wanting this afternoon, while Waterford have conceded 8 scores, but their goal remains intact, and that ultimately is the difference between these sides. Aisling Maloney out to Mairead Wall over on the far side. Ball comes to Katie McGrath. Chloe Fennell playing well, hand past the ball, and there's a bit of pace about this attack with Katie McGrath. Comes over to this side of the field. A lot of time and space here for Katie Murray. Katie Murray back to Emma Murray. Waterford look like they could be in here again to Delahunty. Delahunty sells a dummy, Delahunty, and that's a 4th goal for Maria Delahunty, and it's all too easy for Waterford. They come forward at pace, and it's almost at a stage now where every time that Waterford come forward, they look like they have all the capabilities of scoring a goal, and that inside back line for Tipperary is simply being torn apart by the excellent running and the off the ball running that Waterford are doing. There's so much support for the ball carrier left and right, and Tipperary really are staring down the barrel here, because we're in the second quarter of this match, and 4-3 to Waterford, 8 points for Tipperary, and that is a sizable lead for the Waterford ladies at this point in the first half. And Tipperary have coughed up possession there, and Waterford come in the attack. Here's Aileen Wall. Look at the pace of this attack as they come forward. Real danger here now as that ball is kicked and it's gone over the bar, and Katie McGrath from Kilrossenty Brickies kicks that point, and again it came from breakdown in play from Tipperary, and it looks like Tip could do with a half-time break here, because they really are at 6s and 7s. 25 minutes gone the first half. Waterford have a commanding lead, 4 goals and 4 points to Tipperary's 8 points. And Waterford have won the kick out again. Tipperary just haven't had possession or sufficient quality of possession in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, there's Emer Fennell again. She's playing a wonderful game in towards Aileen Wall. Aileen Wall finds Chloe Fennell, but that's well blocked down. Well blocked down all the way back there. Clean O'Dwyer doing defensive work. The Brian Barrows player ran the full length of the field to get that block in. Try and inspire some of her defensive teammates to try and get the ball, a bit of go forward ball for Tip. And again Tip coughed up too cheaply in the middle of the field, and Waterford come on the attack again. And there's Aileen Wall, plays a high ball in, but no advantage accruing from that. Held back, and that's going to be a free in for Waterford. It's all going Waterford's way at this stage. 26 minutes gone in the first half, and Waterford lead 4-4 to 8 points. It's double scores, and really a big difficulty for Tip here if they really need to keep the scoreboard and that margin as tight as possible before the half-time break. But conceding frees to the likes of Maria Delhunty is always going to be a real mountain to climb for the Tip ladies here. Again, easy kicking stroke from Maria Delhunty, but it goes to the right and wide. She'll be disappointed with that because again, straight in front of the goals and well within her range, although albeit into a slight breeze. A substitution on the Tipperary side by the looks of it. And Emma Cronin has really had a difficult day, and she's called ashore. And coming on for Tip. Get that free in just a moment. But Tipperary have won the kick out. And now a bit of go forward ball with Elaine Kelly. The girl from Kappa White has over carried that, and that's going to be a free in for Waterford. And everything that Tip are trying to do just isn't coming to fruition. And he's going to have a word with Elaine Kelly. And the referee will want that free taken again. He was having a word with Elaine Kelly at the time it was taken. So Waterford now straight in front of us here. Chloe Fennell in towards Emer Fennell. See Maria Curley's gone over to her to try and take charge of Emer Fennell and come out from full back. And now they come forward. Tip. Corrie Davey has come on from Feathered. Well intercepted there as Tip now break forward, and a chance here now for Tip to try and get something in the last moments of this first half. Over on the far side of the field, Corrie Davey just come on as a sub. She plays the ball forward to Clean O'Dwyer. Over trying to get something going for Tip. That's gone out over the sideline. It'll be a line ball for Waterford. And again, just absolutely nothing going right for the Tip ladies. It's all Waterford at this stage. Waterford come forward here. Megan Dunford getting on the ball. Out to Mairead Wall, the captain. Plays a good ball forward. Broken up there by Tip quite well. And Caitlin Kennedy has it. Caitlin Kennedy in towards Ashley Maloney. Ashley Maloney on midfield. Hand passes the ball forward as Tip come forward now. And the ball played in. That's a good ball inside towards Roisin Howard. But that one's gone too far for the Care girl, and it's gone out over the sideline. And it'll be a kick out then for another wide for Tip. Gone out over the end line, I should say. 4-4 for Waterford. 8 points for Tipperary. Megan Dunford coming forward for Waterford. Plays the ball off. Rebecca Casey from Stradbally has it. She plays the ball forward. Hand pass forward as Maria Delhunty all the way over there has it. Waterford come on the attack once more, and you can see the runners inside, but she decides on this occasion, Emer Fennell, who's gone over to the other side, and she kicks the ball in. Lauren Fitzpatrick has it, and a bit of time and space for Lauren to come forward, the other Ballymac girl, but this time playing for Tipperary, as she comes forward over the 45-metre line, and Jan passes the ball out to this side, and Tip with a chance through Elaine Kelly coming forward from Tip, but she's taken too much out of that again, and that's the second time in the space of 2 or 3 minutes that Elaine has been penalised for that, as now Waterford have the ball and they come forward and they've got time and space. Here's Katie Murray taking on Caitlin Kennedy. Katie Murray gets the ball back again. You can see the interchange of play, and here's Aileen Wall with a chance. Hand passes the ball out to the far side to Maria Delahunty, and that was a bit of tame effort in the end for Elaine Delahunty, and that's gone out, and a chance for Tip to clear their lines, but I think her hands on the ball, and the ball was kicked. I don't know. It's a bit of a strange decision, I think, that one, to be honest with you, but it's going to be a free in for Waterford. I think Maria Curley can feel a little bit hard done by in relation to that, but it's going to be a free for Waterford. And Emer Fennell is going to take it, and the Abbey side forward has had an absolutely super afternoon alongside Maria Delahunty. The two of them have caused all sorts of damage and all sorts of issues for the Tipperary inside back line. But Emer Fennell can kick from the left as well. She does so, but that's going to tail out to the right, and that's gone wide as we await the hooter to signal the end of the first half here in Clonmel in this Division 1B clash between Waterford and Tipperary, and Waterford in control coming up to half time. 4-4 to 8 points they lead. Chance here for Elaine Fitzpatrick to get on the ball, but she does. Up towards Emma Morrissey. Elaine Fitzpatrick. There for Tip is Laura Dillon. Over on the far side. Coming forward, Roisin Daly. Roisin looking to see who's available for her. Ball goes forward. Tipperary have a chance here now through Elaine Kelly. Elaine Kelly over the switch sides as she looks for Aisling Maloney. Aisling Maloney playing the advantage, and Aisling Maloney wins the free. There's going to be perhaps a chance for Tip to claw a little bit of that lead back a bit. She plays an early ball inside to Anna Rose Kennedy's. Real chance here for Tip as the ball comes over on the side, and Anna Rose Kennedy's there, and it's in the back of the net, and the referee is having a word. It's not been given. Touch judge has his arm up as it fell to Emma Morrissey. She played the ball back in towards Anna Rose Kennedy. It looks like there was an issue, and the referee square ball. I don't know. The referee's going to have a word with his two umpires. He's happy with the decision. Clear communication. No goal awarded. It's a free out for Waterford. No. Green flag up. And they're going to cross the flags to indicate that no goal has been scored. And so we'll resume play with a Waterford free out. 4-4 for Waterford. 8 points for Tip. Tip will be disappointed not to score that goal, which would have been absolutely crucial for them going into half time if they're to try and get something out of this pivotal game in Division 1B. Held there, and Waterford have a chance now to slowly build. And you'll see how slowly they build, and then on occasion, once they cross halfway, they inject a degree of pace that the Tip girls just cannot live with. They pace inside that inside back forward line for Waterford. Caitlin Kennedy cuts it out, and the referee has said that's enough of that for the first half. And after 33 minutes of the first half, including water break, Waterford take a half-time lead. 4-4 for Waterford, 8 points for Tipperary. And really the story of that first half has been the goals and the attacking prowess of the Waterford girls, who have attacked at pace throughout the course of that first half and really ripped the Tipperary inside backline to shreds. So much so that Emma Cronin has been replaced. Maria Curley has gone over on to Emer Fennell, who is causing all sorts of difficulty with Maria Delahunty on the inside back line. You've got Chloe Fennell getting on a lot of ball for Waterford. Aileen Wall also setting up attack after attack. But in defence they look secure and solid and happy. And really Tipperary are going to have to do a lot of rethinking at half-time to try and get back into this game. But at half-time here in the Clonmel Sports Field in the Lidl National Football League Division 1B Round 2 at half-time, Waterford 4-4, Tipperary 8 points. We'll be back after this short break. You're very welcome back to the sports field in Clonmel as the Tip and the Waterford ladies resume the field after a half-time break. And Waterford with double scores here, 16 points to 8. Waterford, the story of that first half really was their attacking prowess and the changes that Waterford made to the inside forward line before the throw-in. Katie McGrath, Emer Fennell and Maria Delahunty really went to town on the Tip ladies, and if you just look at the scores and when they came, the first goal for Waterford from Maria Delahunty came after 6 minutes. She's ended up incidentally with 2-1 after the first opening 30 minutes. Katie McGrath then on 14 minutes, Emer Fennell on 18 minutes, and then Maria Delahunty with her second goal on 23 minutes. And that devastating 4 goals rampage that Waterford went on, and the pace in which they injected into their inside forward line and the half forward line as they went through the lines was really devastating from a Tipperary point of view. And Tip have struggled to contain so much of what's good about Waterford, and Tip have had to bring probably their best player Ashley Maloney back so deep to try and get her on some ball, because they're struggling in every facet of the field at the moment, and really struggling to get any sort of territorial advantage, because Waterford can soak up a bit of pressure, take the ball off them, and then attack with such pace that Tip just are really struggling to live with them at the moment. So it's a pivotal game for Tipperary. It's a Tipperary team shorn of the likes of Orla O'Dwyer and Aisling McCarthy, who have been in Australia over the winter. They'll be back presumably for championship hopefully. And then you just realise today what a big loss Sam Lambert has been for Tipperary, because that centre back position that she held and that holding and the way she was able to break up attacks from the opposing teams over the years for Tipperary, I think herself and Niamh Lonergan, really their absence being felt from Tipperary's point of view this afternoon. So Tip will have to try and claw back something on this lead, this 8-point lead that Waterford have. And goals win games is an old adage in sport, but never was it more true than it is right here in this Clonmel Sports Fields this afternoon. Ball thrown up, and up we go for it, and Tipperary win it straight away. Ashley Maloney gets the ball down, but again that's a over-carrying, and he really is imposing this 3-step rule to the letter of the law in a way that you wouldn't see perhaps in the men's game, because he really is very strict on it. Anyway, the referee today, Barry Redmond from Wexford, as Waterford go on the first attack of the second half. Over on the far side of the field there, Emer Fennell, arguably the player of the match so far, out over on the right hand side to Megan Dunford, who's made a run the full length of the field. The corner back plays the ball inside and gets it back again, and Megan Dunford from Abbey side kicks that one, and it's gone to the left and wide, but there was a free occurred as she was kicking that ball, and Megan Dunford makes her way back to the inside back line, and she'll leave that resultant free presumably to Maria Delahunty, although arguably perhaps slightly better off her left foot Emer Fennell may take this. And Emer Fennell, who scored a brilliant goal in the first half, ends up with 1-1 after that first half, 1-2 I should say actually, really was a superb contributor, and with her left leg she takes that one. It's close and it's tight, but it's gone over the bar, and that extends the Waterford lead. 4-5 for Waterford, 8 points for Tip. 1 minute and 20 seconds gone in the second half here in the Clonmel Sports Field. Lauren Fitzpatrick out to Caitlin Kennedy, coming forward. Tip go on the attack now. Elaine Fitzpatrick back to Caitlin Kennedy, and that ball comes kicked forward, but kicked down the throat of a Waterford lady, and they have a chance now to break. Megan Dunford plays the ball forward, and you just see the confidence that the Waterford players have. Ball in hand, so much options, so many runners. Rebecca Casey plays the ball forward to Emer Fennell. She takes on Maria Curley, and Fennell takes that, but it's blocked down by Maria Curley, and into the hands of Lauren Fitzpatrick, and a chance for them to break. And coming forward, Tip have it now. Referee playing advantage. It's with Anna Rose Kennedy on to Elaine Fitzpatrick. Elaine Fitzpatrick gets the ball back again, and there's a bit of pace here about this from Tip. Ashley Maloney thought a runner was over on the far side and eventually finds Roisin Howard. Roisin Howard has it. She takes the shot. It's blocked and might break for a Tip lady, but it doesn't, because Waterford have it through Maria Dunford, and they have a chance to clear as a push in the back there, and it'll be a free out for Waterford, and that tip attack didn't come to very much at all, I'm afraid, from their point of view. Waterford soak up the pressure and always seem to have a girl in the right place at the right time. And just see how warm it is here in Clonmel. The breeze event has slightly dropped a little bit, but it is warm. The first proper warm day we've had in such a long time, and great to be at matches, great to be commentating on matches, and great to see such excellent action here in the Lidl National Football League. Waterford going on the attack over on the far side. Played forward, and Lucy Spillane holding up her player there, winning the free for Tip, and Lucy Spillane making sure that that attack comes to nothing, and she'll take the free herself, trying to inject some urgency into it as she finds Ava Fennessy over on the far side. Tip have it now, coming forward with Emma Morrissey. Emma kicks the ball forward into Aisling Maloney. Aisling has a runner on the inside, it's Roisin Daly. Bit of pace to this attack from Tip all of a sudden as the ball comes back over on the far side. There's a free incurred there. The referee's going to give a free in as Niamh Hayes was tackled there, and that'll be a free in for Aisling Maloney on the 20-yard line. (4-5) for Waterford, 8 points for Tip. You can make that 9 points now, because one of the most reliable girls to kick from her ball from hand, Aisling Maloney, has done that with a great degree of confidence. And we resume play. The ball going out to the right hand side, and out there is Laura Mulcahy, Ballymacarbery lady. Hand passes the ball back inside to Aisling Mullaney. Waterford going the attack again here. You see the good run but Rebecca Casey's making. She points where she wants the ball, but there's so many options that she doesn't need her. Up to Emer Fennell. Referee's playing a slight advantage here as Maria Dunford, who seems to be covering every blade of grass right now from a Waterford point of view. And back to Emer Fennell. She's got Dunford outside her, but she takes on her opposing marker. The ball played back to Maria Delahunty. Maria Delahunty kicks it high, but the referee has spotted something in the course of that play, and he's pull the play back, and so it's going to be a free in for Waterford over on the right hand side of the pitch. Emer Fennell's left leg might be called into action again, and she'll take over the kicking duties from that side of the field off Maria Delahunty as the wind strengthens. 4-5 for Waterford, 9 points for Tipperary. 5 minutes gone at the start of the second half. Never in doubt from Emer Fennell, having a wonderful game for Waterford this afternoon. Tip really need to get their kick-out strategy working better than it has done so far. Here's Anna Rose Kennedy, the Aherlow girl, playing alongside her sister Caitlin. She finds Roisin Daly. Good hand pass inside. Tip come forward and Roisin gets it back again from Caitlin. Kick pass forward up towards Aisling Maloney, and Aisling gets the push in the back, and that'll be a free on the 45-metre line, but Aisling goes to take it quickly and then decides no, to wait, telling Ava Fennessy where to go, what kind of a run she wants her to make. Ava drags Aisling Mullaney with her. Aisling Maloney looking to see what's available over on the far side. Finds Elaine Fitzpatrick and back to Aisling Maloney. Kick pass inside, looking to see who's there, but the referee has spotted something again. He's given a free in, and again the stop-start nature of this is indicative of just how whistle happy the referee seems to be at the moment. Barry Redmond, I should say, of Wexford. So it's another free for Aisling Maloney, and we've essentially played the last 60 seconds where precious little has happened other than Aisling Maloney having the ball in her hand. And play will resume with this, but I'd say this will be a pointed effort from Aisling, but she's going to have to try and mark something happen from a goal scoring point of view. It's Aisling Maloney, that wonderful kicking action of hers, kicks that ball over the bar, and that reduces the deficit somewhat. 9 points for Tip, 4-6 for Waterford. Still a significant margin of for Tip to overcome. 10 points, my apologies. 10 points for Tip, 4-6 for Waterford, as Waterford come forward now. Lots of space to run into here for Emma Murray. The Cumber Rangers player looks up to see who's available to her, and she finds it. Aileen Wall, and that's a good hand pass inside, and there's real danger here for Tip because Fennell has slotted another goal, her second. Emer Fennell, oh so easy for Waterford as Aileen Wall hand passes that ball into space, and Emer Fennell has all the time in the world as she lost her marker, and that inside back forward line for Waterford is having an absolute super day because everything they seem to do, a score accrues as a result of it. And you can just see the pace Maria Delahunty has here. Look at all the space available now for Waterford to Katie Murray. Back to Maria Delahunty. Maria Delahunty can kick off both legs, but wins a free in the process. And it's hard to see now with 5 goals and 6 points. That's 21 points to 10. And Tipperary really are looking down the barrel now. With Dublin to come next week in Semple Stadium, as far as I know. It's going to be a really difficult task for the Tip ladies. And the one thing that Declan Carr didn't want to have to contend with so many players out at the moment is a relegation battle. But unless some sort of a Lazarus-like resurrection occurs for Tip fortunes here, that's exactly what they're going to be looking at. Maria Delahunty slots it from the ground over the bar. Oh, she put it wide. She's put it wide. My apologies. I'm just so... Normally from a dead ball there's so much quality from that girl, but on this occasion she's put it right and wide. Lauren Fitzpatrick, that's a high risk ball. Waterford will look to try and win it. They have won it, pushing it back, and Waterford have it now with Katie McGrath, and she's come on as a late replacement, Katie McGrath from Kilrossity Brickies, and really has not only scored a goal but has also got on a world of ball as well alongside Maria and Emer Fennell on that inside forward line for Waterford, which is just unmarkable and uncontainable from a Tipperary point of view today. Here's Emer Fennell. High ball, might land a little short, and Tipperary break it down. Danger there on the edge of the square, but they do have an opportunity to clear now with Lucy Spillane, and Lucy Spillane kicks the ball forward, trying to find somebody making some sort of a run for her, but they've lost it again. Waterford have it. And it's back on the Waterford side here with Kellyanne Hogan. Kellyanne Hogan, who's resumed. She was due to start but came on at half time. That's a good ball right across the far side there to Mairead Wall. Mairead Wall back inside to Sister Aileen. Those two seem to have some telepathy between them because that ball's gone right over the bar. Mairead Wall winning the ball, playing the ball into Aileen Wall, her sister, and the two Ballymac ladies combined for an excellent score for Waterford. 5-7 to 10 points. 11 minutes gone in the second half here, and really Tipperary just struggling to get outside their own half. Maria Curley coming forward, trying to make something happen. Kicks the ball into the wind to Aisling Maloney, who really has been ploughing a lone furrow up there for Tip. Gets the ball back and tries to play a quick one inside. Referee doesn't like the speed and the rapidity that was played at because there's an injury there to Megan Dunford, and that Waterford lady is going to require some attention. It's bad enough to find yourself injured in a tackle, but if the referee's noting your name at the same time, it does add a bit of insult to injury. But anyway, just going to take a moment. Aisling and the referee having a meeting of minds. Aisling Maloney, the Tip captain. The referees decided that he was going to have a throw ball, and so that looked to me like he'd indicated a free for Tipperary, but that's going to be a throw ball, and up they go for it. Tip win it. Ashley Maloney powers her way into it but doesn't get on that ball, and Mairead Wall wins it and plays it back to Karen McGrath. Waterford come forward at pace. Rebecca Casey, so many options for her. Ball gone forward. Katie McGrath, so much options here is Kellyanne Hogan, who's come on, and she finds herself on the receiving end of a pretty hefty challenge, and going to be free into Waterford. The referee is calling Anna Rose Kennedy over to her and going to have a word with Anna Rose and also with Kellyanne Hogan. And again, the stop-start nature of this second half, carrying on from where we left off in the first half. But he's decided to take a water break. 13 minutes gone in the second half, and from a Tipperary point of view, that goal by Emer Fennell really has made whatever comeback options they might have had just so much more difficult. 5-7, that's 22 points to 10, a 12-point margin for Waterford at this stage of the water break as we come into the final quarter. And there's at this point perhaps some degree of salvage and pride salvage operation in at Tipperary's point of view. And from a Waterford point of view, they must be so pleased with the complete performance they've had from 1 to 15. Defensively, they've looked solid. Their goal has been really not at any peril at any stage throughout the course of the first 3 quarters of this match. I don't think Rosie Landers from Ballyduff, who is a late replacement for Megan Foran, has had to make a save of any note whatsoever. Just one small error from her in a kick-out, but other than that, she's been assured from her own kick-outs. She's played well. And all the way through from Dunford, Mulcahy and Casey in that inside back line. Going forward, Mairead Wall's got on a lot of ball, Karen McGrath, and they really are dominant on every line of the field, the Waterford girls. Tipperary have struggled on every single line, but none more so than the inside forward line for Waterford, which has been absolutely devastating today. Devastating. Every time the ball's gone in, they look like they can score a goal. And 5 they've had so far, and who's to say there won't be more, because of they really have such superiority inside there with Katie McGrath, Emer Fennell and Maria Delahunty, who have contributed handsomely. All 3 of them have scored goals. Maria's got 2, Emer's got 2, and Katie with the 3rd. So that's a pretty decent return by any stretch of the imagination from an inside forward line. Play will resume on the Tip 45 metre line. Referee just waiting to see, to quite know what he's having a conversation with the Waterford mentors. Mairead Wall comes over to have her tuppence worth. The Waterford manager Kieran Kern having a chat with him. Maybe there's a substitution in the offing, but not yet, so we're going to resume play. Is he going to throw up the ball? I think he is. Caitlin Kennedy is there, her opposite number. Emma Murray, as he's telling everyone to stay back. Play finally resumes. Caitlin goes up for it, wins it, and Tip come away with it. She's got a runner off her, and that's her sister Anna Rose. So the 2 Kennedy sisters from Aherlow combine. Ball comes forward to the feet of Aisling Maloney. Takes it on the second occasion. Aisling Maloney goes left. She passes the 20 metre line. Chance here for Tip as the ball goes over the bar. A chance of a goal there. You wonder whether Tip might have thought about a goal. Aisling Maloney. Outsider was Caitlin Kennedy, who had continued her run up from the half back line. A good score from Tipperary, but it is all too rare that they're able to achieve that. Ball bounces from the kick out in midfield, and Tip have won it over on the far side. They win the free as well. And that's Courtney Lonergan who's come on from Clonmel Commercials as she plays the ball out to this side to Angela McGuigan. Tip come forward again. Chance here now from Tip's point of view. They win a free. The free's been won by Roisin Howard, and she's going to take it quickly. Roisin Howard sees a runner over on the far side. Chance here for Tip as they come back on the edge of the square, but Waterford have snuffled that ball, and that have really extinguished that attack, and it's going to be a free out for Waterford. Some of the Tip ladies don't like that decision, but in truth it was ponderous, it was slow. They tried to inject a bit of pace into it as the ball came across over on the far side to Emma Morrissey, but really whatever threat that was there was very quickly snuffed out by the Waterford defence, and Waterford have a chance now to start to build again. They will be so pleased with this after the disappointment of the Dublin game. They'll go into a Cork game buoyed with significant confidence as a result of this win, if it is a win. But on the balance of probabilities, it looks like a win at this point. And who's to say that they wouldn't be able to overcome? They'll be underdogs, but I think that the odds on Waterford may well have been shortened in that game against Cork as a result of this forward-led performance from a Waterford point of view. Be a free to Waterford. Hands on hips there, Declan Carr over on the far side of the field. Not quite sure how he's going to change anything here. Waterford go backwards. Bit of risky, but Waterford get away with it and now start injecting a bit of pace into this attack. Not quite going to hand from Roisin Tobin. Hand pass forward, and there's Aileen Wall, Mairead Wall into Emma Murray, still retaining possession. Waterford playing so well around the D, but cough up possession, and Tip have a chance to come away with it, and come away with it they do. Edith Carroll, who's come on into the second half. You see Edith there, 30 years of age now. Edith spent some time volunteering in Mozambique and in Brazil. Recovered from a serious neck injury which threatened to end her career, and that's difficult for Tip because they've coughed up possession in a dangerous part of the field. And there's a chance the ball's come in. It's well blocked in Tipperary, but again struggling to contain Emer Fennell. Emer Fennell with her right foot on this occasion. That's gone over the bar, and it's oh so easy for Waterford, and Tip just cannot afford at this stage in the game to be coughing up possession in dangerous areas of the field like that. The wind strengthens here in the sports grounds in Clonmel. As you can see again, well worked between Katie Murray, Emer Fennell, back to Maria Delahunty, and over the bar. Oh so simple from Waterford point of view. $5-9 for Waterford, 11 points for Tipperary. Was it 5-8? Anyway, we will continue play in just a moment. The referee having a word over on the far side with a Waterford lady and a Tip lady, and we're going to resume with a kick out for Lauren Fitzpatrick. Comes out on this side of the field. Tip come forward. Ball in the hands of Edith Carroll. Tip come forward. Finally making some inroads into this Waterford rear guard. Laura Dillon plays the ball forward. There's a chance here. Tip just can't get their hands on the football at the moment. It's been coughed up a little bit easily there by Angela McGuigan. There's a chance here now for Waterford to come back into attack. Bit of a push as the Waterford players on the ground, but the referee's happy enough to keep going, and the ball comes forward again to Katie Murray, far side of the field. The referee sees an infringement but allows play to continue. Waterford coming forward, real chance here. Turns left, turns right. That's a really good score. The ball's come in from Roisin Tobin on in the second half, and Roisin Tobin puts that over the bar. 5-9 for Waterford, 11 points for Tipperary, and Tipperary really can just stand and watch as this lead continues to develop for Waterford. So much to like about the Waterford attacking inside line, and indeed their half forward line as well. It's not just their obviously the inside forward line is functioning brilliantly, primarily because the service they're getting from the rest of the team, and it's a 1-15 effort from the Waterford ladies. Lauren Fitzpatrick for Tip, ball in hand, and now they break to try they pack the middle and then break to the sides to try and give Lauren options. Maria Curley is one of those options, and forward we go. Maria Curley has it again now, goes backwards trying to make something happen here. It's with Anna Rose Kennedy to Elaine Fitzpatrick, and Tip come forward to Aisling Maloney, powers her way through the forward line. Aisling Maloney still with her right foot. Aisling Maloney, and that's as good a point as you'll see in any grade of football anywhere, because Aisling Maloney just took complete control, took leadership and ownership of that, and kicked the ball over the bar for Tip's 12th point. But again, it's a little too late here in the 52nd minute of the Division 1B clash in the Lidl National Football League between Waterford and Tipperary, as Waterford come forward again, full of running. So many of their players so full of running. Kellyanne Hogan on the second half over on the far side of the field. Oh, needs it. Emer Fennell really leading the Tip backs a merry dance as she wins the ball back again. There's 4 Tip ladies around her, and eventually there it's broken up by Lucy Spillane. And Lucy Spillane from Feathert tries to clear her lines and make something happen, get something going as she plays the ball forward. And Emer McCarthy from Galtee Rovers on in the second half, and ball's called back. The referee's going to note a Waterford lady's name, and play will resume with a free for Tipperary. 5-9 for Waterford, 12 points for Tipperary, 12-point lead for the Waterford ladies. Substitution happening for Waterford over the far side. We'll get to that in just a moment. Elaine Fitzpatrick will resume play for Tipperary as she finds Lucy Spillane. There's Emma Morrissey back to Elaine Fitzpatrick. Good play, good, well worked inside here. Niamh Hayes. Bit of more movement in the Tip inside forward line. Aisling Maloney. And now's the chance here as Tip come forward. An opportunity here as that ball is kicked, but kicked tamely and into the arms of the Waterford goalkeeper. Came in from Corrie Davey. And Waterford with time and space to clear their lines and really break that tackle all too easily from a Waterford's point of view. And they're still full of running, still full of pace and so much energy. Sonia Delaney, Katie Murray. And that's broken up inside there by Caitlin Kennedy, and Tipperary have a chance to come forward again. But look where Aisling Maloney is. She's all the way back inside in her own half back line, trying to inject some pace and urgency into this Tip attacking line. Angela McGuigan goes left and right, but she's looking for a runner, and she finds it now through Anna Rose Kennedy. Anna Rose Kennedy plays the ball inside. Danger here is a shot and a goal for Tipperary. Really well worked, long time coming, and Roisin Howard from Care gets on the end of that. Anna Rose Kennedy played the ball, hand pass in to Roisin Howard. Roisin turns, strikes, left foot, bottom right hand corner of the net. 1-12 for Tipperary, 5-9 for Waterford. It claws that deficit back somewhat, but with 5 minutes left to play, it's a little too late for Tipperary, and that's the first time there's been a real goal chance for Tipperary, and they've capitalised on it really, really well. Kellyanne Hogan for Waterford. Ball over on the far side of the field as Waterford come forward again. There through Rebecca Casey. She's got time and space and lots of options, and one of those options makes herself available now over on this far side to Mairead Wall, the captain. Mairead, captain. She was captain 3 years ago, captain again, and she'll be proud of the work and the shift that her ladies have put in for her today. Maria Curley. Superb work by the Templemore lady as Waterford, that attack snuffled out, and Tipperary have a chance to come forward again. Tip cross halfway, hold on to possession through Aisling Maloney. Everything that is good from Tip comes through her, but she's asking an awful lot there of Roisin Howard, and that ball's gone out. It'll be a sideline for Waterford. Referee blows his whistle. I think he's gone over to have a word. There's a substitution coming in for Waterford. Looks like number 26, Roisin Dunphy of Stradbally, is on. Waterford building their attack through the lines, injecting pace. Karen McGrath plays the ball back to Caoimhe McGrath, and then Waterford have a chance to go on the attack. Loads of time and pace here for Aoife Murray. Back to Roisin Dunphy on the far side of the field, and the ball is played forward. Chance here for Roisin Tobin. Shot comes in and over the bar, and also easy for Roisin Tobin. And Roisin Tobin from Abbeyside kicks that one with her right foot comfortably over the bar. Another point for Waterford. Tip resume play over on the far side of the field, but Waterford have it, and now a chance for them to build. into number 26, Roisin Dunphy of Stradbally. Back in this side to Kellyanne Hogan. Kellyanne looks up. Loads of runners. And there for her is Katie Murray. Katie Murray kicks that one to the right and wide. 5-10 for Waterford. 1-12 for Tipperary as we go into the final stages of this Division 1B Round 2 National Football League Lidl Ladies Football League Championship. Ball kicked in the air towards Ashley Maloney, and Ashley Maloney has it. And there's an awful lot of work that is required of Ashley Maloney this afternoon, but she's certainly putting her shoulder to the wheel as she injects some pace into this. This is a wonderful run from Ashley Maloney. She's covered nearly 100 yards at this point. She's got somebody off to her right hand side. Is McGuigan, Angela McGuigan. Turns left, turns right. She's got a dinking run. Angela McGuigan gets her shot away, but there's so many girls around her, she couldn't quite get enough power in that, but she has won a free, and she's going to have a free on the 20-metre line. A free for Tipperary. Waterford will be happy enough to concede a free there and keep the goal intact at this stage in the game as we tick towards the 60th minute here in the Clonmel Sports Field, bathed in sunshine. As Ashley Maloney looking to add to her tally from frees this afternoon. Ashley takes her time and sticks that one off the post, and that's gone wide. And if anything sums up the sort of day that Tipperary ladies have had in the course of the last 60 minutes or so, I think it's that. I don't know whether Aisling was going for power to try and see if she could catch the Waterford keeper out, Rosie Landers, or what, but she was miscued. It was going over the bar at best anyway, but it came off the post and went out wide, and play will resume as another substitute comes on the far side of the field for Waterford. Number 29 on for Tip is Clodagh Horgan from Borhalan Douala. As Waterford have time and pace now, time and space to come forward yet again. Good run here from Kellyanne Hogan. Kellyanne, ball played forward. Looking to see who's inside there for Waterford is Cora McCarthy. That's got out for a goal kick for Tip. Lauren might have to go long because Waterford pressing up, cutting off all options for Lauren. She goes long and finds Elaine Fitzpatrick in midfield as that ball goes forward. She's looking for a runner over on the far side of the field, asking a lot of her, but that's gone out over the sideline. And again, Tipperary just struggle to retain possession. They're trying to kick it long, trying to find some space in the inside corners from Waterford's point of view. Waterford very comfortable defending all throughout the course of today. And forward they come again. Maeve Ryan from Ballymac. And there's lots of options here as it eventually comes to chance here for Kellyanne Hogan. Pace injected again. There's Roisin Tobin off the crossbar. Still falls from Waterford point of view. Chance here, and Katie Murray takes the point. She might have gone for goal, but at this late stage in the game, a point was sufficient for her. Loads of space, breaking ball, falls down to the Waterford players, and just no luck going for Tip today. Waterford 5-11, Tipperary 1-12, and again from the kick out Waterford have won it. And a chance for Waterford to attack at pace. There's a runner inside if they take it. Aileen Wall is there, she called for it, she hand passed it, and that's just about cleared off the line from Lauren Fitzpatrick. A really good run from Aileen Wall. And now Tipperary trying to get something going. Angela McGuigan, who's looked lively since she's been introduced, it has to be said. Breaks in midfield and breaks for Waterford. Waterford come forward again. Numbers everywhere from Waterford point of view. Katie Murray from Cummeragh Rangers plays the ball forward in towards Niamh Power, and that one's gone straight over the bar, and the young girl from Stradbally who was introduced moments ago finds her range, and that over the bar. Really well worked, and every time the ball breaks down, Waterford have a game plan for attack, and again the Tipperary attack seems to be to just play the ball forward to Ashley Maloney, who shrugs off an attacker, shrugs off a would-be tackler, and the tackler goes to ground, and it looks like Mairead Wall, the Ballymacarby captain of the Waterford team. Waterford manager not overly impressed with that. Comes in, has a word with Barry Redmond, Kieran Curran from Waterford. It looked like Mairead Wall went in to try and dispossess Aisling Maloney and came off the worst of that. Mairead picks herself up, gum shield out, dusts herself off, no better girl, and she'll be back in action in no time. I'd imagine she might sit out the last few moments of this Division 1B clash. Indeed she does. She's run her race is run, but what a performance from her, a real captain's part, as she led so many attacks and counter attacks from a Waterford point of view. As Tip play a 1-2 there, and Aisling Maloney has it into Caitlin Kennedy, and Caitlin comes forward. A lot of pace from Caitlin when she runs into space, but hasn't done enough of that today. Right footed shot, that's tame. It bounces before it goes wide, and 64 minutes on the clock now, and a 12-point lead here for Waterford. 5-12 to 1-12. Those goals, particularly the 4 in the first half, have really broken Tipperary's hearts, as Waterford take a short kick out. The ball comes to Caoimhe McGrath, back to Rosie Landers. Caoimhe McGrath and Rosie Landers combine, and there's a chance here, but it's broken up, and Tipperary have an opportunity through Emma Morrissey. Chance here for Tip, a chance of a goal. It is back of the net, Roisin Howard, and the second goal for Roisin Howard today. And that does reduce the deficit down to 9 points, but with so little time left from a Tipperary point of view, that just adds a little bit of respectability to the scoreline, is all that attack has done. Maria Dunford for Waterford over on the far side of the field wins a free. There can't be much left in this, but the referee will have a word, I'd imagine, as Maria Dunford tried to inject some pace into that Waterford attack. Roisin Howard starved of possession throughout the course of today. Well respected, well liked member of the Tipperary panel, very experienced girl, and stuck her goals really well today, but just starved of possession throughout. Aisling Maloney tried to get on a lot of ball to try and feed her more possession, but that just didn't, not enough of it went inside to her in the course of this afternoon, and that tells its own tale. Waterford now have an opportunity to try and build something, but that's enough from the referee's point of view. Honours go to Waterford in emphatic fashion. 5-12 for Waterford, 2-12 for Tipperary, and really once the goals started coming in from a Waterford point of view, there was only going to be one winner in this. Tipperary started well, had a 4 points to 1 lead inside 10 minutes of the first half, but once Maria Delahunty got her first goal on 6 minutes, that turned the tide significantly for Waterford. Further goals from Katie McGrath, Emer Fennell, and then a second from Maria Delahunty. Really, in that first half, that goal blitz that Waterford went on set the tone for the game, set the tone for the second half, and really Waterford just had to play within themselves in the second half, because their first half lead was always sufficient for them. Tip did come back, 2 goals from Roisin Howard, did claw something back from a Tipperary point of view, but a second goal by Emer Fennell, who for me, for what it's worth, would have been my player of the match, because the amount of work she went through, the amount of ball she got on, and the absolute torrid time that she gave the inside backline from Tipperary. She really had a lot to say about the outcome of this game. Waterford now have played 2, they've lost to Dublin, they've beaten Tipperary, they face Cork next. Tipperary, with defeats to both Waterford and Cork, will now face the All-Ireland champions Dublin in their last round of the league campaign. It was a difficult pool for Tip and Waterford to be put in with Cork and Dublin, but Waterford will go to that game against Cork now with their confidence high after that 5-goal blitz here in the sports field in Clonmel. That's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the streaming service. My thanks to everybody involved in this, and we'll be back talking to you live on the LGFA website real soon. Full time here in the Clonmel sports field, it's Waterford 5-12, Tipperary 2-12.